What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. So in today's video I'm going to be working on the E30 VR6 project, more specifically finishing up the cooling system, so all the coolant pipes to connect the radiator to the motor, and also the oiling systems, which includes the remote oil filter and the oil pressure relief valve. Let's get going. So in order to create the coolant pipings for the motor, I'm going to be using a combination of OEM parts, off-the-shelf standard fabrication parts, and also some custom parts that I designed and fabricated. Like for example, on the rear coolant flange where the normal thermostat housing, I'll be using a custom flange that I designed and fabricated to be able to fit between the engine and the firewall. And on the thermostat, I'll be using off-the-shelf machine thermostat housing that I'll be fabricating within the OEM crack pipe that's going to be used on the side of the block. Okay, so here are all the tubes all finished and welded up. So we have the driver's side main pipe that's going to be going here. So from the radiator back here into an elbow that's going to the back of the block. Then on the passenger side, we have the Touareg part here that was modified. So I have a nice little nipple here that's going to be going to the head and then to the back of the motor. So this one is getting installed. It's going to be going here in the stock location right there. And then I have the missing corner pipe here. It's going to be going in right here like this. So I'm just missing a little elbow on there. So here, which I actually have on my desk right here. So this is going to be going here like that. Just mark this up for now. Okay, so that's good. So that's for the passenger side. Then here, driver's side. So we showed the main pipe. Here's my crack pipe. So this one I won't install it because you won't be able to see it, but it goes to the water pump. Then I have the thermostat here. So I'm just going to be missing barb fitting coming out of here to connect to my upper pipe. And then I have my welded up rear block here. It's going to be in the stock location, coming out a pipe doing the corner that's at the shop right now, with the temperature sensor, and then a barb going down to the crack pipe. So yeah, so that's pretty much it on the cooling side. So I'm waiting for a couple of fittings and stuff like that to finish that. So now I can attack the oiling. So I already did a couple hoses here. So as you can see from here, we have the block, custom oil block that I did that's directly on the engine, in and out. So the out of the engine is coming in here into my Peterson oil valve that's down here. It's coming into my oil filter and coming out. It's gonna go to the front here, and I have an oil cooler. So oil cooler here, just aftermarket oil cooler that's gonna be mounted here directly to the front. So at least when my fan runs, it's gonna cool the oil also, so that should be good. So actually what I did is I just drilled some holes directly into the cross member here and installed some nut inserts here. It's a bit too long, so right here. And then I designed a little simple bracket that I cut off on my plasma table. It looks like this. So just a little 90-degree bend. It's going to be bolted right down here and hold the oil cooler on. So yeah, so oil cooler, that means oiling system is pretty much done. When I'll finish that, I have a couple of little fittings, T's to plug in, and then coolant system will be done. So next I have to finish up my intake. So all vacuum lines, ensure that everything is good. And then after that, gonna do the exhaust. So yeah, so let's finish up the oil cooler install, and then we can work on the intake. So here's the final result with everything installed. So coolant piping, I have a little T connector here that's going to be connected to my Volkswagen OEM coolant inspection tank. So I'll just make a little bracket for that later on, but for now it's just going to be plumbed in somewhere over here. So that's good, that's all installed. And then right hand side I have my main coolant pipe going to the back to my machined block here. My crack pipe with thermostat housing with the return to the block, and then I have one return to the line here, coolant temperature sensor here. So yeah, the routing, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with that, but at least for startup and for tests for now, that's gonna be good. And then when everything is tested, I'll probably fabricate maybe some hard lines or something for here because I don't really like the routing, but it'll be good for now. So same thing for the clamps. That's all prototyping, testing. Once everything is confirmed and broke back down this winter, everything will be swapped to something a little bit cleaner for final setup. So oil lines, the block coming out here. We have the pressure regulator down here. Can't really see, but underneath here, the alternator. So oil filter coming out to the front. I have my lines here that I'll be putting in some clamps, put that a little bit cleaner. Oil cooler. So that's it for all liquids. So oil, coolant, that's all done. So that's a big step out of the way. Now next step is intake. So intake. I have my nice little intake here. So Touareg intake, which goes like this. So yeah, so issues I had with that is the intake orientation. So in the normal Touareg, it goes out the back. Of course, I don't have enough room here to put the throttle body or any intake pipe. So I've done this little elbow that I was gonna fabricate in aluminum For airflow, it's really not the best. And then intake here. So anyway, it would have done the job, but since day one, I was thinking about something else that would be a lot nicer, that would fit better there, but that was pretty hard to find. So these 3.2 engines that were used in Touaregs and R32s were also used in a Porsche Cayenne. And in the Porsche Cayenne, the intake is on the right side. So after a couple of months of looking on the internet, look what I found. Porsche Cayenne intake. So big plus on this is, ta-da, throttle body on the good side. So that's nice thing I found. So I'm really happy to have finally found them, because those are pretty rare. So I'm gonna be going with this intake instead. So I'll install it on the car and show you guys exactly what it looks like and how it's gonna make my life easier, and should probably give me a little bit more horsepower. So let's get it on the car and see how it looks. So on the engine right now, so that's how it looks. Throttle body is in the correct spot now, so in the front, so that's great. From what I've read, it seems the airflow is a bit better with this one. Who knows? Doesn't really matter. So for now, that's going to be great, because that avoids me from doing that elbow. I think flow is going to be better here than with the flow coming back. And then I can just put an elbow here and go get some cold air at the bottom here somewhere. We'll see what we can do with that. But yeah, that's a big plus. I'm happy to have found that. So to adapt this, what I had to do, since I don't have any vacuum operated systems, because my car is going to be without the brake booster, so I don't need any vacuum for that. I had to delete the variable intake because I don't have any room for the actuator, so I'm going to lose a little bit of low-end torque, but I'll live with that for now. So I just had to put some vacuum caps on all the different vacuums on the intake here. The only thing left I have to install is going to be a piece of hose for the PCV. So for now, I'm just going to plug it directly. Eventually, I'm probably going to install a catch can. So somewhere here, a coolant tank and catch can. And again, this intake is for now. Once I go with either turbo or supercharge, I'll be fabricating a short ram intake, because these are only good to about, I don't know, under 10 psi or something. And the moment I'll run some boost, I'll be certainly running more than 10 psi. So that's on intake side. So I guess I'll get that button up, get everything bolted in. I'll swap the throttle body, just because the other one that I have is a bit cleaner than this one. Do my hose, and then probably, I think I'm gonna fabricate a little bracket, because from the factory there's like a big heat shield here that bolts on. So I'm probably going to fabricate a little heat shield of some sort, just to keep the heat out of the intake, since it's right over the exhaust, which is not the best, to keep intake air temperature as low as possible. So I'll look into doing a little heat shield for that, but for now, I don't really need that to do a startup. So let's bolt that on. I'll put the nice little cover on, so we can see nice Porsche, just to be sure that people really don't understand anything once they open the hood on that. So I guess I'm building a kind of AMC car, but for German cars. So BMW, Volkswagen parts, now Porsche parts. Guess I'm only going to be missing maybe some BMW parts, some Mercedes parts. I'm not there yet. Maybe some seats. We'll see how it goes. So I'll finish up the intake and then show you guys what it looks like when it's all buttoned up. Well, guys, plan doesn't work. like I thought it would. So got the Touareg throttle body here, went to install it, and the bolt pattern is not exactly the same. About maybe, I don't know, 3/16 off, just a little bit, just enough so it doesn't fit. So anyway, not a big problem because I have the Cayenne one, so I'm just gonna keep that one, install it, but it's all oxidized and everything, so I guess I'll have to clean this one before installing it instead of taking the one I had already painted. So I'm just gonna clean that up and put it back on, install the cap, install the hose and the cover, and we'll be good to go on the intake side for now. And there you have it, Porsche. So yeah, so that's looking pretty good. I'm really happy with that. It's gonna get people wondering even more. So yeah, for sure it's not perfect. I have the little sticker coming off here. So anyway, I'll probably going to redo the actual part here with VR6 probably, because it's not a V6, it's a VR6. So that needs to be updated, so I'll do that. Here, the elbow for the intake. I'll get that installed with the MAF for now underneath. Here normally, because the intake normally goes like this, which I'm not going to be doing. So I guess I'll make a little cap or something here so it looks nicer. And probably get that painted because it's rough. So for now it'll be like that, but final assembly, get that painted, a little cap here so it's nicer. Intake going down. So yeah, another 3 big steps done: cooling, oiling, intake. So I'll plug in the coolant tank. So next is exhaust. So I'll be working on that as next project. Exhaust, then final wiring, get that plugged in, get the dash back on, brake lines, just I need a brake line going to the passenger side since I had to cut it out for the firewall, and we'll be ready to go take this for a drive. So yeah, pretty excited. Things are coming along. Of course, it's not a final form of the car. I have still a lot of stuff to do, paint and cleaning, and to get it really ready, done. But for now, first step is just getting it ready to go take it for a drive. See that all my drivetrain parts are working, that I don't have any major issues before dumping a whole lot of time and money in the car to get it ready for next summer. So yeah, so that's it for today, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll keep you updated with the next video. See you later.